Good morning, dears. Warm welcome to our biology class. You know biology. This is a main part of our basic science. You know, biology is a life-touching subject. You have learned more from your previous classes. I wish to introduce our first chapter, Sensation and Responses. You know about what is sensations and responses. So from the word it is very clear what is sensations. Sensations means, what is it? Oh, the experiences through sense organs. Okay, sense organs which are the you have studied. So to understand more experiences in our textbook, so I think everybody opened this book, and also I think what is the experiences you have studied or learned in your life also. Whatever it may be, we are discussing the experiences that are given in your textbook. So open your textbook, everybody. Okay, you can see the illustration there. Oh, what a colorful, life-touching, interesting one, I think. Oh, from this I think you can write more experiences in your textbook. Everybody open your science diary and on the basis of illustration given in your textbook, you please write down maximum experience in your science diary. I think you need a little bit of time for this work, I think. Are you ready? Okay. Okay, in this we can write more experiences in your science diary. On the basis of this, we can write some factors. Some factors you can enlist in your science diary. Okay, everybody do it very speedily. Very speedily. Okay. Okay, I think all students had done it very well. And I think the factors such as they are, I think, touch, then smell, then taste, then sound, then light. So this type of factors I think you have listed in your science diary. Okay? Okay. These factors we can experience through which organs of our body? Yes. Sense organs. Sense organs evoke such a senses or feelings, physical experiences in our body. The senses that evoke responses in living organisms, biologically there is a term for it known as stimulus. Stimulus. Okay. My next question. Do you recognize or experiences all these stimuli only through immediate surroundings? Immediate surroundings means external environment. No. So some stimuli we can experience through our inside of our body also. Which are they? Which are they? Oh, now the time you know the feeling of what? Oh, yes, thirst, thirst, thirst. Then hunger, hunger. This type of stimuli also we can experience. So these stimuli evoke responses in all organisms. On the basis of experiences, we can classify these stimuli into two. Which are they? Who will say? External stimuli and internal stimuli. Very good. So open your science diary, everybody. You copy this. Okay, when you copy, you should care about all this. Okay, speed up. Okay, copied. Very good. If you can, more examples in this list, and also you prepare a table. So these tables, you write one part external stimuli and other part as internal stimuli. External stimuli and internal stimuli. This is an homework for you. Okay. Now we understood the experiences or senses or responses in living organisms evoked by stimuli. Okay? Yes. I think you have some another doubt about this. Which cells of our body perceive or receive these stimuli? You know, our body is made up of the different cells. You have studied in 8th standard, animal cells. Animal cells you have studied in 8th standard, plant cells also. So we are discussing about animal cells. Which are they? Who will say? Okay, say. Yes, muscle cell, good. Skeletal cell, bone cells. Then, okay, epithelial cell, okay, glandular cell, okay, one more, you have studied our control and coordination of our body is done by mainly by brain. Which cell that is? Yes, nerve cell, very good, nerve cell. So, nerve cell, otherwise known as, biologically otherwise known as, nerve cell otherwise known as neuron, otherwise known as neuron. So, in our body, number of nerve cells or neurons seen in our body. So, these nerve cells or neurons seen in our sense organs perceive or receive these stimuli at first time, not only in sense organs or inside of our body or internal organs. Internal organs also seen these stimuli. Internal organs also consist of this type of nerve cells or neurons. So these nerve cells or neurons seen as groups or clusters. These are specialized cells. These specialized cells are known as receptors. Known as receptors. What we say? Receptors. Very good. Now we are discussing about receptors. Okay. We have studied what are receptors. Receptors are specialized cells in sense organs and other body parts. What is the speciality of these cells? These cells are seen in sense organs mainly because they are morphological and anatomical and functional. They showing some dissimilarities. That is speciality. So we are discussing which are they. So one is photoreceptors. Photoreceptors. Another one is auditory receptors. Auditory receptors. Then chemoreceptors. Then olfactory receptors. Then receptors in this skin. Different types of receptors seen in the skin. One is touch receptors. Touch receptors. Then pressure receptors, receptors were called temperature, etc. seen in our body or sense organs and internal body parts also. So we are discussing one by one, which is the position or location of these receptors, or what is the function of these receptors. Okay, so we are discussing about this. Now we are discussing the position of chemoreceptors. These are seen on our or related with our tongue. You know, tongue is a sense organ. So the chemoreceptors seen related with our tongue. Chemoreceptors seen with our tongue. So in the tongue there is taste buds. There are taste buds there. Taste buds contain these small projections known as papillae. All we will discuss in coming chapter. Don't worry about it. Now we just know about the position of the chemoreceptor. So chemoreceptors seen. So we can write here chemoreceptors. Chemoreceptors. Now another receptor or receptors seen in the ear. I think you have studied the structure of ear in lower classes. I think you have just studied the structure of ear. So ear has, you have studied external part, internal part and the middle part. So internally there is a main part. It is similar to the shell of snail. We say cochlea. There is no need of studying now. We will study in the coming chapter. So here the position of the location of the auditory receptors in the cochlea of ear. So we can write simply here auditory receptors. Auditory receptors. Auditory receptors seen in the ear. So we can feel everything, we can experience everything through our skin. Am I correct? Yes, temperature, the situation of cold, hot, pressure. Whoever touches, we feel suddenly. You know, to kiss our beloved children, which part we select at first? Either, forehead part or cheek. What is the reason? It is very sensitive area. So we can convey our own love, affection to the all, especially children. We will so by mere touching. So all our body, this type of touch receptors, pressure receptors, temperature receptors, all present. Oh, this is the speciality of receptors. Now what is receptors? Receptors are specialized cells seen in the sense organ and other body parts. Now we are discussing receptors one by one. First of all, photoreceptors. What do you mean photo? I think this is a familiar word to you. You have studied photosynthesis. Light. So, can you guess and say the position of photoreceptors in which sense organ? Eye. Okay, the position of these photoreceptors in the eye. Where? You have doubt. Where is it? So we are discussing about the position of photoreceptors in the eye. Where is it? So you have studied the structure of eye in lower classes. The lower classes you have studied the structure of eye peripherally. You have studied eye as 3 layers. You have studied eye as 3 layers. So innermost layer. What is the name of innermost layer of our eye? Who will say innermost layer of our eye? Yes, you have studied that is, you have studied retina. retina. The position of photoreceptors in the eye is retina. So, photoreceptors. These photoreceptors stimulate in the presence of which stimulus only? Okay, light. This is the speciality of all receptors. All receptors have its own respective or corresponding stimulus or stimuli. So, photoreceptors seen in the eye, retina of our eye. Now we are discussing the position of olfactory receptors. These olfactory receptors seen inside our nose. Olfactory receptors seen inside our nose. So, inside our nose there is a mucous membrane. Mucus, you know about it. Secretions produced by nose. So, this mucous membrane stimulate these olfactory receptors. Also, I wish to locate this position inside the nose. So, here inside the nose, I wish to locate here, that is olfactory receptors. Olfactory receptors. So, olfactory receptors seen inside our nose. Studied receptors are group of neurons. You know what is a neuron? So, neuron is the basic unit of nervous system. So, you have studied the parts of nervous system. Main parts of nervous system you have studied in previous classes. Which are they? Who will say? Say. Yes, brain, nerves, spinal cord. Very good. So now we are discussing the structure of this basic unit. Basic unit of nervous system is neuron. Means our brain made up of with a neuron, our spinal cord made up of with a neuron, our all nerves made up of with a neuron. That is basic unit. So now we are discussing the structure of neuron. Structure of neuron. You have studied the structure of a typical animal cell in 8th standard. Which are the basic parts? Who will say? Say, please. Okay. One. Okay. You say. Cell membrane. Good. Then nucleus. Okay. Then cytoplasm. Cell membrane is otherwise known as what? Plasma membrane. These all parts seen in our neurons or nerve cells also. Nerve cells contain all these parts. Then now we are discussing the structure, the peculiarity of our neuron. Neuron has its own cell body. So look everybody, the cell body of neuron. Neuron has its own cell body. Neuron has its own cell body. Cell body is known as cytone. Biologically, cell body is known as cytone. So you can see the cell body of neuron here. This is plasma membrane. So here cytoplasm here. Cytoplasm here. Plasma membrane you can see. And this is nucleus. So you compare the cell body of this neuron with the typical animal cell. Have you seen or can you see any dissimilarity? What is it? Branched one. You can see the branches. The branches or you can see some short filaments. short filaments are arising from the cytone. This short filament or shortest filament is known as dendron. Dendron. You can see many dendrons here, plural dendrons. You can see many dendrons here. These are shortest filament from the cell body. This dendron again branched or divided or branched like this. Branched. Can see here. Branched here. This branches or branch of dendron is known as, or branches of dendron known as dendrites. 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 Singular dendrite, plural dendrites. Again, you can see a long filament like body from cell body. So elongated filament, long filament like structure. This long filament like structure is known as axon. 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 Axon again divided into many branches. Axon divided into many, they are known as axonites. 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 Axonites ends in a knob-like structure. Knob-like structure. Can you see this? Okay. Knob-like structure. This knob-like structure is known as synaptic knob. Synaptic knob. Knob-like structure is known as synaptic knob. This axon encircles with a special cells. Encircles with a special cells. This special cells known as Schwann cell. Schwann cell or Schwann cells. This is discovered by Theodor Schwann, hence given the term Schwann cell. Really, this Schwann cell relate with the part of neuron. When Schwann cell repeatedly encircle, when Schwann cell repeatedly encircle the neuron, a sheath-like structure form around the neuron. Sheath-like structure form around the neuron. This sheath-like structure seen around the neuron form from the Schwann cell in the nerve known as, we can say, myelin sheath. We can say myelin sheath. Myelin. Myelin sheath. Myelin sheath. So these are the parts of neuron. One is dendron, then dendrites, then axon, then axonites, then synaptic knob, and the neuron has its own cell body also. Schwann cells, when repeatedly encircle the axon, myelin sheath forms in the nerve. So these are the basic parts of a typical neurons. Okay. Here's what we have studied up to here. Okay, we are discussing one by one. So previously, we have studied. So first of all, we have studied what is stimulus. Then we have studied the classification of stimuli. They are external stimuli and internal stimuli. Then we discussed receptors. Mainly they are photoreceptors, chemoreceptors, auditory receptors, olfactory receptors, receptors in the skin, etc. we have studied. Then we discuss the parts of a nervous system. They are brain, nerves, spinal cord, etc. Then we have studied the basic unit of a nervous system. They are neuron or nerve cell. Then we discuss the structure of a neuron or nerve cell. The structure of a neuron include cell body, dendron, dendrites, axon, axonites, synaptic knob, Schwann cell and myelin sheath. Okay, so I wish to give some work for you. Open your science diary, everybody. Okay, ready? You write this. Write more examples for stimuli and prepare a suitable table for it and classify them in this table. Okay, next question. What is stimulus? Next, what are receptors? Write more examples for receptors. Next, which are the parts of nervous system? Next, copy the diagram of structure of neuron and label the parts. And also write their peculiarities. Okay, my dears, I wish to wind up my class here. Okay, thank you. All the best. Okay, bye.